not someone you can take serious, you know. Tyson's what he is, you know. He says one thing, then he does another thing. The facts are the facts. He called it on when the Canman choke. He didn't want it. He didn't want it.
Is this a fight you think that's inevitable in the future?
I say I'm the Canman. Whoever won it can get it. Tyson Fury won it. He can get it, but he don't want it.
You two know each other well from training in the past. How did those sparring sessions go?
Tyson's awkward. He's long, he's rangy. Some days I may outbox it here and there, but I definitely laid him up before. Definitely put him on his bottom.
Keeping Tyson Fury down.
I don't like talking about sparring, but as soon as he wants to come out and say, oh, he's put it on me in the gym, this and the other, you know, come on, man. Put what on who? You know, you guys know me, you guys know what I'm like. What's he gonna put on me? I'm not scared of Tyson Fury. You know, I'm not scared of him.
And those are the words of Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte, as he once again reiterates in this throwback interview that he laid out the current WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. And this interview was done about 2 years ago. And we've heard several things, different stories about what happened between Dillian Whyte and his former friend, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. And let me tell you something, okay? Nothing makes the best enemies, or should I say the worst enemies, like the best of friends that used to be. You know, it's crazy. The thin line between love and hate is indifferent, but hate is a whole different thing, right? Hate is something that you have to have. It's almost like the anti-love when it comes to friendship. But when it turns, when the hate, when the animosity happens, it is real. Now, we talked about sparring. According to Dillian Whyte, he didn't like talking about what happened in sparring. And the only reason he mentioned sparring was because Tyson Fury said what he said about Dillian Whyte and what he did to Dillian Whyte. So this is the counterpunch from Dillian Whyte, actually. So, you know, a lot of times it's about a code. People use a code when it comes to sparring. Hey, what happens in sparring stays in sparring, okay? Safe to see this is an edition of the Sparring Wars, but not really, because this is just one of those things that made the build-up between Dillian Whyte and Tyson the Gypsy King Fury that much closer, okay? That much heated. And it was vested interest on who would win, because the truth of the matter is they're both awkward. They both have long arms. Tyson Fury's a lot taller. Dillian Whyte has long arms, being shorter, but arms stretch and they reach. And sometimes in boxing ring, in the boxing circle, they reach out to touch you. So, you know, I think these guys have a very eclectic past. It kind of reminds me of Brandon Rios and Victor Ortiz, the welterweights of yesteryear, both or should be retired. I know Victor Ortiz fought recently, Robert Guerrero. But these guys remind me of those throwback guys that had bad blood together. And hearing all these things reiterate, regurgitate, rejuvenate, we have to see this particular fight. We have to see Tyson the Gypsy King Fury take on the WBC interim champion, Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte. And I think it will be a good fight. I think it would be the best fights that we could possibly see at this point of time. If it's before Joshua Usyk 2 or Usyk Joshua 2 or not, it's still going to be a fight that people want to see. And for the record, I do want it to be in the UK, because you guys over there love boxing. It's a different element in the sport over there, and you guys deserve to see an all-British showdown like that one. But Dillian Whyte is adamant that, hey, he laid him on his ass before. Hey, it's not surprising. Steve Cunningham dropped Tyson Fury, amongst other people that didn't even supposed to box. One-trick ponies were able to drop Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. So is it unbelievable? No, it's not. Absolutely not. Because the more you spar, the more possibilities there are. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Dillian Whyte holding his ground, saying that he dropped Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.